want to say thank you guys for all the support that you guys been offering on the channel. Currently, I'm in the process of doing some work here on the channel as far as like, you know, altering the whole look of the channel. I've already changed the channel background. It was like that retro style font. You know, had to get rid of it, had to change it. And this one looks a little more modern, looks a little more updated, so hope you guys enjoy that. But you know, currently working on the channel art as we speak. So hope you guys enjoy that. But regardless of that, we're going to be doing another Who Would Win episode here in today's video. We're going to be doing Deiveson Figueirdo versus Brandon Moreno. Now, these guys will be squaring off for the 4th time. And I believe the first one went to Figueirdo. The second one was a draw, I think. And then the third one was in favor of Moreno. So this will be the 4th fight. It's been a while since I've last uploaded here on the channel. It's been 11 days since I dropped my last video. And I believe the last time I streamed was 8 days ago. So feels good to be back. Just took a break, man. Especially from Modern Warfare. I haven't played that game in maybe about a week. Maybe a good almost week and a half. So definitely had to take some time from that. But regardless of that, we're going to dive right here into the matchup. Honestly, man, these guys have one of the more, I guess, kind of different rivalries in the UFC, if you will. You know, obviously, Max Holloway, Alexander Volkanovski, that's a rivalry. You talk about, you know, Colby versus Usman, another rivalry there. Chuck Liddell versus, you know, Tito Ortiz and all those other guys from the past or whatever. So this fight right here is going to be special because this will be the 4th fight between the two. As far as who I think will win this 4th fight, I think Brandon Moreno is going to come out on top. He's going to adjust to the previous fight, you know, and he's going to change a lot of things. You know, a lot of people are going to consider that fight close as he gets rocked with a crazy roundhouse kick there. I feel like Brandon Moreno is the better wrestler, I would say. As far as striking goes, I think Figueirdo has it. But so far, they're engaging in some clinch work here. And essentially what I want to do is starting from here, you know, on out. I want to start, you know, making predictions on these pay-per-views. Not the fight night cards. Maybe we'll do those if y'all want to. But I'm just doing the, you know, the main event cards. So these two are going to be squaring off at UFC 283. And for the main event, it's going to be Jamal Hill versus Glover Teixeira for the light heavyweight belt, which I was hoping they would have had Hill in the game. I don't think they have Jamal Hill in the game for the light heavyweight division. So we're not going to be able to really dive into that matchup. Maybe I'll, you know, figure out something as far as giving you guys my predictions. Maybe I might do like a live, you know, kind of commentary, like a live vlog or something like that. And that left leg is getting ate up by Brandon Moreno, or by Deiveson Figueirdo. He's chopping at that leg of Moreno, dude. But like I said, I feel like Brandon Moreno, you know, is gonna win this next matchup, just because I feel like he's gonna adjust better to, you know, Figueirdo. Plus, you know, Moreno's coming off of that win against Kai Kara-France, and don't sleep on Kai Kara-France. I mean, literally, his name, like, is Kai Don't Blank Kara-France or something like that. Literally, you cannot sleep on that guy, okay? Kai France is like one of the better up-and-coming flyweights. Just ask Cody Garbrandt, he'll tell you himself. And Brandon Moreno gets knocked out. Oh my goodness. Oh, and we just started, bro. I don't think that's how it's gonna happen. I don't think that's how it's gonna happen, bro. Like I was saying, Brandon Moreno is coming off of a huge win against Kai France to clinch the interim belt, because I believe Figueirdo is the champion. But good God, he hit him with a beautiful roundhouse kick to end this fight, man. Oh my lord. I might go on ahead and do another fight. I'm probably gonna do one in the welterweight division. We're gonna do Neil Magny versus Gilbert Burns. I think that's another interesting matchup we can dive into on this card right here. Plus, I want to, give you guys an update on where I've been, what I've been doing for the past, week or week and a half or whatever else like that. So, yeah, like I said, just taking a break, man. 2022 has come to a close. We are officially in 2023. I know I'm a couple of days late. Sue me, whatever. But, yeah, man, like I said, I've just been taking a break. Especially from Call of Duty, man. Call of Duty is in one of the more weird places that I've ever seen it in, where it's like, for a new game, the game is just boring to me. Like, the game is really, really boring to me. I don't understand, how a new game can be so boring. I just don't understand it. They're making all these updates to Warzone. They're making all these updates to DMZ and, Spec Ops or the raids or whatever the hell they're called. But literally, they're not doing anything to multiplayer. We'll talk about COD on a COD, stream or whatever. But it just doesn't make sense to me. So that's why I've been taking a break. I haven't touched that game with I wouldn't even touch it with a 10-foot pole right now, to be honest with you. But yeah, we have Neil Magny versus Gilbert Burns. That's going to be on the main card, which that's going to be a good fight. I don't know if this fight is to determine who's going to move up in the rankings, or if this is going to be like another title matchup for Gilbert Burns, or whatever else it's going to be, or maybe Neil Magny is going to move into that spot, but we'll have to see. So I believe Gilbert Burns has a long way to go before he enters that title picture again. I mean, because you have guys in there, you have guys in there like Hamzat, Bilal Muhammad, Sean Brady, even though he, just recently lost to Bilal Muhammad. You have guys like that who are moving up, slowly but surely. Then, you have, obviously, Leon Edwards and, Kamaru Usman, which, Kamaru had lost his belt. And, a lot of people seen him walking around with that cast as Gilbert hits Neil Magny with a beautiful jab there. But, we've seen, Kamaru Usman walking, with, that cast on his hand. And a lot of people are kind of speculating that Hamza, or, I keep saying Hamza just because he's the, he's the more polarizing figure, but, a lot of people are saying that since Kamaru Usman has that, cast on his hand or whatever, that he won't really be in action for a while, which, obviously, if that is the case, I would go as far as saying to make a title fight with Leon Edwards and another up-and-coming contender. And we're going to see if Gilbert Burns can get this submission off. I mean, both of them are really close, but I think Neil Magny is going to escape. I think he's going to escape. He's going to get out of that, you know, guillotine on the ground. But, yeah. So now, Neil Magny's going for what looks like a headlock here, or arm lock. Oh, he's going to escape, though. Gilbert Burns is going to escape. Gilbert Burns is actually really good on the ground, though. He's a really good wrestler. He's also a really good boxer, but, I mean, Neil Magny is one of the better jiu-jitsu specialists in that welterweight division. So, as far as who I'm saying won that first round, I'm probably gonna give it to Burns just because I feel like he had more damage in that first round. Beautiful left cross there, lands, or a beautiful left hook. Hold on, you guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, so I don't know why the UFC isn't trying to book like a title fight, you know, Leon Edwards and somebody else. I mean, come on, Kamaru Usman is out, so I don't even know why you would wait for this trilogy fight or anything else like that. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, you know, because literally we just seen Yuri Prohaska surrender his belt because he wants to see the division moving again. We got 2 people watching the video. What's up? Appreciate everybody stopping by. Definitely appreciate you guys stopping by on the stream, man. But like I said, I just don't understand why the UFC isn't trying to book a fight. I mean, like I've said before, and I'll say it again. I mean, you have guys like Hamzat. Oh, beautiful overhand by Gilbert Burns there. But, you know, you have guys like Hamzat. Bilal Muhammad especially should be in that title picture, you know, because he's been rattling off win after win after win. I would even argue that Sean Brady should be in that conversation as far as welterweights go. Hell, even Shavkat Rakhmonov. Why doesn't the UFC book him and Hamzat? You know, one of them's got to lose eventually. You know what I'm saying? They're both up-and-coming contenders within that welterweight division, so why not just book the both of them? And Neil Magny's going to go for another submission here. And these guys are both equally matched on the ground, I feel like. I mean, you know, like I said, Neil Magny is one of the better jiu-jitsu specialists in the welterweight division, but Gilbert Burns is not a slouch on the ground either. You know what I'm saying? So that's good, you know. As far as who is winning this second round, I'm going to give it to Neil Magny. He just has more control time on the ground. He's doing more with it. Gilbert Burns with a beautiful transition there to get that back position. Alright, they're going to get back on the feet. And if I'm, you know, Gilbert Burns, I'm not even trying to be on the ground with Neil Magny, to be honest with you. That's exactly what I would be doing right there. Just throwing my jabs, throwing my strikes, my overhands. I feel like Gilbert Burns has more power. You know, obviously Neil Magny has the size advantage. I think Neil Magny is like, what, 6'3" or something like that? Which is absolutely crazy. I mean, when you look at him and Gilbert Burns, I mean, that's just ridiculous. That's just ridiculous, bro. But, you know, like I was saying, I mean, so far, it's a tie between the two. So, we'll see what happens. I feel like Gilbert Burns won that first round. Neil Magny won the second one. He had way more control time on the ground, so I feel like that's going to help Neil Magny kind of get back into the scorecards a little bit. Beautiful overhand lands for Gilbert Burns there. But like I said, I don't understand why the UFC just doesn't, you know, book any one of those fighters. You know what I'm saying? Especially Bilal Muhammad. But a lot of people don't really like Bilal Muhammad. I love Bilal Muhammad, man. He's, you know, one of the more liked welterweights. I mean, and, you know, now that he's training with Khabib and his team, he's going to be even more dangerous. Like, I'm going to go on ahead and say it. I would not be shocked if we see Bilal Muhammad in a title fight within the next maybe 6 months. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh my God, beautiful overhand for Gilbert Burns, and he is just teeing off, bro. Oh, if that overhand would have connected, I'm pretty sure Magny would have went to sleep there. But as far as these two guys, though, I don't know. I feel like Neil Magny is gonna win this one. I feel like, you know, he's on a pretty good trajectory. Plus, you know, he's been rattling off some wins in that welterweight division. You know, we just seen Gilbert Burns go, you know, at war, literally, with Khamzat Chimaev. So we'll see what happens, but I just feel like Neil Magny is gonna win this one by decision. I just have the slightest feeling that this fight will drag out, and it will be a pretty long affair between the two. It is gonna be a 3-round fight. It's not gonna be like a 5-round fight. So you know, there you go. But, I mean, it's looking pretty close, but I feel like Magny's going to escape. He's going to get out of it. If I'm Magny, I'm keeping this fight on the ground for as long as I can. You know, like I said, yes, you know, Gilbert Burns is a really good, you know, jiu-jitsu fighter. He's pretty well skilled at jiu-jitsu. But I'm not even keeping this fight standing. I mean, literally, you see him, you know, he's pretty cut up, really bad. Gilbert Burns has been landing some phenomenal shots. He's going to get in that half guard. All right, now they're back to the feet. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if Gilbert Burns can go ahead and close it out. I would not be surprised if he knocks him out within the next 30 seconds. Oh my God. All right, we're going to see what Gilbert Burns does. He has 25 seconds to make something happen. And Neil Magny shoots for a takedown. I'm scoring this fight for Gilbert Burns. I'm scoring this fight for Gilbert Burns. If they give it to Neil Magny, that's a robbery, bro. Like, if we're basing it off of damage, you know, definitely Gilbert Burns won this one. If we're basing it off of ground control or, you know, ground time, you know, obviously Magny won this one. But I just feel like, you know, Gilbert Burns, you know, won this fight. I don't even think it's close. But as far as like in real life, I just think Neil Magny is gonna close this one out. I could be wrong. Gilbert Burns is like one of the more well-conditioned fighters, so we'll see what happens with this decision here. But I feel like it's gonna go to Burns.
30-27. The winner by unanimous decision, Gilbert.
Yeah. 30-27. That's not bad. I'm not surprised it was closer, or I'm surprised it was closer, or not closer than that. But pretty good fight between the two. I'm actually interested to see what happens in this matchup. But like I said, I will be doing a breakdown, a more detailed breakdown of the fighters as the fight card moves along. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If y'all did, y'all drop a like, y'all subscribe, make sure your notifications are turned on so that way you don't miss a video when I upload. We're going to start back uploading on the channel here very regularly here soon, so don't forget to miss out. And, you know, also turn on those notifications so that way you don't miss me when I upload. But regardless of that, y'all stay motivated, stay dedicated, always have that Mamba mentality. And I'll check you guys out in the next one. Peace out.